All right.
Stand by, fellas.
Stand by. Opening.
Woo!
15.
We have that dance off the top, Evan? Okay.
6, 5, 4. Track A. 3, 2,
Never mind, don't do it,
1. Roll it up. Rolling. Right. Yep, there we go. So no nat. Alpha 2 dead. Alpha 2 dead. Charlotte. Stand by. 1, 3, 2, 1. Mike and we're up.
Welcome back here into the LSN Broadcast Center. Comfy seats.
Yeah.
This is upgraded from the desk.
It is.
This is a little bit more relaxed. Thursday night.
Ready.
Exciting. Not relaxed down there in Charlotte. Good one
Certainly
so
not.
far between the Bayhawks and the Hounds. Chris Marshall, Travis Eldridge back here with you. Let's recap in case the people
take
missed
a look.
anything.
And
Let's roll through what
Fun
happened
stuff.
so far in this first half. Nice night in Charlotte,
Beautiful. Wish we were there.
right?
Wish someone was there.
Yeah. Just like a seat night. Matt Abbott, though, going to work. Former Q standout. Love him. 1-0.
Pretty good.
Bayhawks. Then, how about Jakey Fricaro? His Wildcats is the Villanova team they used to play for. They could use him tonight to zip Chesapeake. This another guy whose team is having a rough night. Adam Osika. He does more than just play defense.
He does. He's turned into a real nice
Right
player.
here, we will hit
Bayhawks, though, up 3-1. This is one of the best plays you may see all weekend. The save here from Dylan Maltz, and he gets it to Kevin Cooper for the goal. Makes it a 1-goal game, and then great hustle play again for Charlotte. It's Maltz again. May go down as like one of the all-time great pickups in league history. Assistant GM Matt Rambo.
Yeah, he's playing like that.
And then Ryan Tucker with an answer for Chesapeake. That brings us to our 7-7 tie at the half. Maltz already a couple of goals and an assist, 3 points for him. He's got a name on his jersey this week, which is a positive. Adam Osika, a couple of goals as well. On the Chesapeake side, a couple of goals for Colin Heacock, 3 assists for Miles Jones, which is a positive if you're Chesapeake.
Yeah, I rolled a goose egg last week.
Here. 3, 2, 1, and back.
So, Chris, let's break down this first half a little bit. About what you expected between these two teams so far?
Yeah, I mean, these are good teams.
Stand by 2.
And it's interesting to see how the lineups have worked out. You know,
Cheers
obviously
up.
getting some players back. Haas back in the lineup for Charlotte.
John Haas.
Yes.
Will Haas is still there, but
Yeah,
John
John Haas back in the
Stand by
lineup, which is certainly something that makes them a stronger team. Adam
Cheers up.
Osika, you mentioned him. He's really picked up the pace. He's had a couple of goals in the game already. So I think when you look at the way that this team is playing, they're in a good spot. And then on the other side for Chesapeake, Colin Heacock, man, it's like you can set your watch to him scoring 2 goals every game. I mean, he goes out there and is playing at a really high level right now, and it'll be interesting to see how the season progresses, and how he's able to grow as a player, because I think he's ready to be a real star in this league.
So what you're saying is Charlotte's not going to make a move to get Lax DNC back together on the same side.
Be too expensive at this point.
Could you imagine Rambo, Maltz, and Heacock playing the way they are now, playing on the same team? It'd be scary.
Well, it'd be just great too if you had Heacock coming out of the box, and then you had Ryan Brown there too. I mean, that would be a pretty formidable offense.
When you look at Charlotte, especially because this is the first game of 2 games in the weekend, you've got Ohio coming up here later in the weekend. How important is them to have a really good second half, find a way to maybe get to 3-0? It would be a big start for this Hounds team.
Well, certainly. I mean, we saw what happened when they started the season seeing 3-0 2 years ago, and they were able to make the playoffs. So I mean, this is an important victory, but it's an important game for Chesapeake as well. So I mean, I think you look at going into the weekend, and you talk about a stretch for Charlotte where after this game they've got home and homes with Denver and Ohio, first 2 on the road, and then back to Memorial for the next 2. So I mean, that's a really tough stretch. I mean, obviously Denver hasn't been playing their best ball so far this season, but they're going to start getting guys back, and they're going to figure it out. So this is an important game for them if they struggle over the next 4.
How about the face-off Vex? And you make the move Chesapeake did to get rid of Ben Williams. You get a draft back in return, And Stephen Kelly seems to be the guy that they needed at that spot.
Well, certainly, and he's lights out once again tonight. And I think when you look at what he's been able to do, it's really incredible for a guy, you know, that didn't really get any burn last season and now is out there playing at a very high level. He's up around 70% on the game tonight. And if he can continue at this level, then this is going to be a really, really tough situation for the teams that are going to have to go against. And it's interesting to me to see this Charlotte squad was able to manage to outshoot the Chesapeake squad, despite the fact that they're getting absolutely torched at the X. So, I mean, that's a testament to the speed of the game and the shot clock, maybe taking a little bit of the impact away from the face-off, but also we're seeing Chesapeake go into their offense. I'd like to see them attack a little faster at times.
Let's talk quickly about Miles Jones, because he's a guy that I think when they traded for him coming out of Atlanta was a guy that they thought could be the focal point of this offense, the superstar on the offense. And the first couple of weeks, maybe still trying to figure out his role. Can he be the guy that orchestrates everything? Even if he doesn't have to score goals, even if he does what he's doing tonight.
Well, yeah, I mean, as long as you're winning games and he's helping you be a productive piece of that puzzle, then I think you're all right. So I think him going out there and using his vision as a passer, I think, is something that's hugely important. And it's an underappreciated portion of his game. I think he's an excellent passer. Obviously has the ability to see over the top for a lot of guys coming through the middle. But you know, everyone looks at his size and you know the speed on his shot and sort of the physical attributes of being really athletic. But I think it's his passing and his knowledge of the game and his lacrosse IQ are something that sometimes gets overlooked. And that's what I think he needs to go out there and use to his advantage. Draw the slide, find the guy, win the game.
All right. Well, coming up here on this halftime report, we'll hear from the head coach of the Charlotte Hounds, Jim Stagnita, here at the half, rolling on at halftime between the Bayhawks and Hounds.
Stand by that, 3, 2, 1, 1 minute. Alrighty, so.
Alright, Stagnita, what's his TRT, Avid? 40? Okay. Steve, so we need to be back in 6 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Alright, why is this... I don't understand why this is doing this to me.
It's time, you guys, like a set in time duration based. 30.
I did. Alright, let me bring back 4 and 5. I don't... Alright, so we have 30 back. Inside 30.
Under 30. Alright, 4 and 5 live. 4 and 5 live. 15 back. Rejoin. Out to VO B to Sut A. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Track 8, 2, 1. Roll it up. Stand by B. 3, 2, 1. Roll B. Like it up.
Travis Eldridge, Chris Marshall, back with you here on Lacrosse Now halftime. Bayhawks and Hounds locked in a good one down in Charlotte so far, tied at 7 at the break. Let's get some thoughts from Hounds coach Jim Stagnita with our crew down there.
And roll in, track it.
Standing by with Charlotte head coach Jim Stagnita, and coach now for the second straight game here at home. He entered the half, just tied up 7-7. What have you seen from your team here in the first half that maybe is different from what you had last week in that victory against Dallas?
We're sloppy right now.
Can I get MLL because this is both of these are 4 and 5 are MLL based, right?
Short. We got to do a much better job on the indoor defense, and we just have to respect our possessions a little bit more. We're kind of standing around watching each other. We're fortunate to be tied right now. We got to come back and play in the second half the way we're capable of playing. We got to do a little bit better job at the X, and again, just got to handle those invert situations better.
All right, coach. Thank you very much. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
Good stuff from Coach Jim Stagnita. Not real pumped about their first half performance. See if they can improve things in the second half. Coming your way later on this weekend in Major League Lacrosse, we got this same Hounds team back in action against the 1-0 Ohio Machine. Tough to look better than the Machine did in their first game. That one coming your way Saturday, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Later, also 5 p.m. Eastern Time on Saturday, the Dallas Rattlers, fresh off their first win in their new digs, coming up here to Boston to take on the Cannons at Harvard Stadium. Then, 2 more games coming your way on Sunday. You got the Outlaws and the Launch doing battle in Florida, and then the Atlanta Blaze and the New York Lizards, both teams 1-1 on the season, rounding out Week 3 in Major League Baseball. Switching gears to the college front, CAA men's semifinal. You saw right here on LSN before this MLL game, number 16 and top seed UMass hosting 4th seeded Hofstra. Jack Buchanan, the Pride, made 22 saves in net. That's a CAA championship single game record, but the offense could not return the favor. Jeff Traynor scoring a couple of goals, dished out 2 assists to lead the Minutemen to the 10-6 win. They'll await the winner of the other semifinal between Delaware and Towson. That is a game going on right now. You can watch that game currently on our Live 2 channel, LSN 2. 4-3, the Tigers, the 2 seed, with the 1 goal advantage over the 3-seeded Blue Hens. Sunday, working even on a Thursday. 2 goals for the Tigers in that one. Quick thought on the CAA. You think Towson? I said it before. If there's any team in that conference that could pull away with this thing and surprise people and find their way into the NCAA tournament, it's Towson.
Yeah, and I mean, I still think that's probably the case. I think they're likely to win that game against Delaware. But man, UMass is playing really good ball right now. I mean, I don't think that anybody would like to see them in the first round, even if they're on the road. And I start to look at some of those teams that might be hosting that are in that sort of end of the hosting area, and like, I don't want to see UMass
Did
at
you?
all.
It's like you read my Twitter. That's what I said.
Yeah.
They won 10 straight games entering this championship game. If they can beat the winner of this one, win 11 in a row entering the NCAA tournament, I do. If I'm a top 8 seed, I want nothing to do with that team.
Yeah, definitely not.
Playing with incredible confidence, the UMass Minutemen. Once again, that Delaware-Towson game currently going on in LSN2. You can watch it right underneath the live stream here. Coming up here on LSN 1, the second half of this Hounds Bayhawks game, tied at 7 at the break. Key for the second half.
Well, I mean, I think Stagnita hit it on the head there. They've got to be better at the face-off X right now. They've only won 25%. They're 4 for 16. You don't need to be a math major to understand that that's not very good. And so they've got to make the most of their possessions. They've been shooting pretty efficiently. They've had 15 shots hit the frame, but they're going to have to make the most of their possessions if they cannot get to the face-off X and get any sort of success there. So that's a place where maybe we'll see them do something different. You know, you can have 2 players on the same side at the wing. You can put some poles out there, something just to make it more interesting, because right now Stephen Kelly is dominating.
What about Key for the Bayhawks?
I mean, for the Bayhawks, I think they just got to keep feeding the beast. I mean, you go out there, you get the players who are playing well involved. Heacock's playing well. Miles Jones is playing well. That's something that bodes well for this team. So they just got to continue dictating the pace of the game and taking it to Charlotte, because they're able to expose Cipriano a little bit here on the offensive side. If they continue to do that, then they'll have success.
Important game for both these teams heading in this early part of the season. The Hounds looking to be the first team in Major League Lacrosse to get to 3-0. Bayhawks looking to get back over 500. Good second half on the way. We'll see you for lacrosse now afterwards.
2, 1, enjoy.
Thanks,
all right.